Here we go then. I've been debating for so long starting a YouTube channel, and I think it's time for me to finally commit to something. I think I've been telling everyone around me and myself as well for a very long time that I will commit. I will make a YouTube channel. I will record. I've been saying how I want to have two channels in the future, all of this, but I haven't actually got myself to start and do something, which is obviously quite the biggest step. I think it's the biggest step. I think for me the biggest thing was like looking at the camera when you're in a room where it's just you kind of makes it feel very like weird at the same time. But then when you realize that there will be other people on the other side of this that are listening, that's the sort of part that always stopped me. I think I was always worried about not being enough for the camera. um but I've realized there is literally no point of me having any sort of fears. There are so many people that do lots of good things on the internet, and I wanted to do the same. I've always wanted to have two channels, and I think for me, one of the channels I always wanted to have was to do with the pursuit of dreams, happiness, emotions, feelings, everything that sort of comes with that as just being human and dealing with things for the first time. And the second channel, I always wanted to have a more chilled channel that would consist of just gaming. I think that would be my thing as well. In my free time, that's what I do a lot of the time. I've never been more invested than I am now into actually wanting to do YouTube and wanting to succeed on the platform. I think having the flexibility of knowing me on the normal funny side where I'm either talking with my friends or if I'm just by myself but I'm still playing and just talking and streaming, especially that's something I'd love to get into. Love to have sort of a streaming schedule as well for everyone else to know where when I'm on, what we're playing, what we're doing. And then for the second channel, I think I've always wanted it to be just sort of how to deal with feelings, especially with like when growing up. I think a lot of people don't talk about it. I think it's really important. I think it's also maneuvering the adult life, especially because I'm quite young still. I'm only 24. Growing up from 18 to 24 is such a huge gap. The amount of knowledge you take in is actually crazy. So I think I want a channel dedicated to that. Sort of more life, more how to deal with things, how I dealt with things, and hopefully that will be able to give you a bit of an insight into me, but also help someone out potentially if they're struggling with one thing or another. I've always said to myself that I always wanted to help young adults mainly. By no means am I someone who's gone through a crazy amount of things in my life, but I think the select things that I have gone through, I think they've really shaped me into who I am today. I think having the two channels is also good. It lets me tap into both sides of sort of what I like in my life, and hopefully it's something people can resonate with, and they're interested to listen to or watch if it's gaming, for example. I'm hoping to start recording more consistently from now on. I think this today was the biggest breakthrough for me. In all transparency, I think sitting in front of a camera that's just staring at you with two blue lights is really intimidating. You've just got to remember that this camera recording you is recording your dreams, is capturing exactly what you want, what you want to achieve. And it's important that as much as you give it your all, of course you have to give it your all, but also just be yourself on it. Therefore, this is exactly why I'm saying that I've struggled with this for so long. I have a lot of self-doubt for some reason, and I don't know where it really stems from. I've tried to work it out and I have no clue, and it's annoying and it's frustrating. Today I have absolutely been everything I wanted to do, being able to just sit here and talk and sort of as the minutes flow of me talking, because I'm sure you're not going to see everything that I've had to cut out, um, has actually been quite a rewarding feeling for me. I will definitely be start uploading consistently. I'm not going to ramble on for forever and take uploads of your time today. This is just to give you a sort of a breakdown what will happen. I think just to sum it all up, I think two channels, one gaming, one more life based, sort of feelings, emotions, growing up, moving out, all these things that I feel like I've been through, sorry, and I can actually give a little bit of knowledge on. So I think over the next couple of weeks I'm going to work on some of the videos, even if it's just simple in on the gaming, for example, side of things. If it was just a simple gameplay of this or that, I'm currently playing Siege quite a lot, so we'll probably post quite a bit of that at the moment. I think that's everything for today. I think I just wanted to give you sort of a sum up at the end there of everything. I think my thoughts are all over the place during the video. So I wanted to sort of staple it at the end. Two channels, get the ball rolling, and then we'll see how we get on. Yeah, so thank you for today. I think I'm just gonna see where the channel takes me, and enjoy the ride whilst it happens. So yeah, that's everything. Also, one last thing. I know I need a haircut. Don't worry, it's happening soon, Friday.